All right, family. I want to welcome everybody through to the family tree. Hey,
All right. That's what's up.
Right.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
hey.
What up? What
What's
up?
up?
What up?
All right, y'all lining up already. I see everybody lining in. People are still coming in.
Hey guys,
Make
remember to
sure
keep.
that
Hey
you
guys, remember to
are
keep your mics
muted if
muted.
you have sound in the back.
I have to see
Okay.
your face in the place.
All right.
All
What
right.
you listening to?
That is my Brazilian sound.
Oh
That was
shucks, now
nice.
love it.
You get
Yes,
me.
absolutely.
I tell you, when I grow up, I'm gonna be just like him.
Exactly.
You
Well,
know
you better
what?
hurry up and grow up.
That is my Brazilian
No
sound. For
time
those that don't know,
soon.
I actually did my DNA a while ago.
Hey, excuse me, Doc. Hey, Dr. Paul.
Yeah.
Because I called you. Could you call me? Can you call me? I want to talk to you.
Who is this? Who is that?
It's Farouk.
Farouk.
Yes, brother Farouk. I will give you a call. Okay, we'll talk to you. Okay.
Wait
All right,
for
man.
it.
All right, thank you, son.
All right. All right. So, family, I want to welcome everyone to another family tree, and I hope everyone is doing well and you're getting prepared for the holidays. I want to talk today about some good stuff. I'm hearing myself echo in somebody's computer feedback. I'm getting feedback from
Yeah,
somewhere.
guys, make sure you have your mics muted and so
Yeah,
on.
I'm getting
for us
feedback from
to
somewhere.
chat. Otherwise, we get feed.
Yeah,
There we go. There we go.
All right, got
All
it.
right, that's great.
All right. So what I want to say is, family, this is the time when you need to celebrate. Of course, you be thankful for something, right? Everybody
that's
thankful
right.
for something.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
This
Yes,
has been
yes,
a heck
yes.
of a year. And if you can't be
Yes.
thankful for something, you need to check your pulse.
Wow.
Everything.
All right. You need to be thankful for somebody just getting up in the morning. We all have
I know
something
that's
to
right.
be thankful for. So that's what it's all
Yes.
about. Let's not lose the real purpose of why we're doing it. Not just one day, but it should be every day. Be
Every
Yes.
thankful.
That's
You know,
right.
part of the holistic health concept is that you have the right state of mind. It's interesting. I run into all different types of people and their different angles on what they think about their health. Some people come in and they just got the brightest attitude, like, hey, you know what? I'm here to get this thing done. Let's do
That's
it.
right. That's
And
right.
then you got some that come in moping, dragging, I mean, looking for every reason not to get well. So your attitude does determine your altitude.
Yes.
So a good outlet, first of all, number one, a good attitude determines where you're going forward. So I want to say to everybody, have a good attitude, even when it seems like it's, one of them times when it seems like even when they say on the allopathic side, there's no way. God said there's a way. Got it? I want
Yeah.
everybody to hear that. That's just the extent of where they come from. You have to understand, you got to keep this thing moving. Only God is the author and finisher of your faith. You know what I mean?
I know that's
Yes.
All right. So I want to welcome everyone. I got my sidekick over here, Bill 1L Morgan. Let's
Yes,
give him
Bill.
a hand,
Yes,
Bill.
All right, Mr. Bill in the house.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And also, I do have with me Carl Holmes, the mighty
Big
Carl
Carl.
Holmes.
Big Carl.
If y'all don't know Carl Holmes, see him down there? Y'all see Carl Holmes? Raise your hand again, Carl. Carl, can you go? There you go. Can y'all see Carl?
Yeah.
Do y'all know who that guy is? That guy right there is the mighty Carl Holmes from the group back in the day called Carl Holmes and the Commanders. Y'all remember that?
Wow.
Some
No.
of y'all young folks don't remember all this stuff.
No.
What did
Oh,
he?
Carl.
What did he sing? Give me a song.
Carl, if you unmute, Carl, unmute yourself. Can you talk, Carl? Can you unmute yourself? Let me
Carl
see if
said
I can get him
Carl said
unmuted.
my finger ain't working, Dr. P.
There
There
he
you
is.
go. There you go, Carl.
All right.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the question?
They already asking for requests.
Boy.
Well, I want to say Carl Holmes is not only from the legendary group back in the day, Carl Holmes and the Commanders. Carl Holmes was has a pivotal part in history that most people don't recognize. But Carl Holmes used to play with some of the greatest, musicians on the planet. One being Carl. Tell him. I'm stop stealing
Oh,
your
you
thunder.
tell
Go
the
ahead,
story,
tell him,
Dr.
man.
Paul. Don't you throw me under the bus.
As an influence.
He know it's coming. He know it's coming.
I, I I was working with Jimi Hendrix. He was working with my band for about 6 months, and he's a great artist. He just couldn't read music, and he played his guitar upside down. I played mine conventionally. He played his upside down, and after a while, things started clashing. So I had to let him go. And Dr. Paul loves to tell the story that I fired Jimi Hendrix, which I had to, but it just didn't work.
Carl Holmes fired Jimi Hendrix. And you know what? It's interesting, Carl, because I tell that story because it just lets you know, man, how much of an impact that you had. If you didn't fire him, he would have never gone to Europe and become the sensation that he was.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, you saw.
That's where the story goes, and I'm standing on that.
Yeah, you saw that he didn't belong with a group. He belonged out in front, and I believe that's what you always said. You know, but I always give you credit for firing him, so that's what I. But hey, Carl, I want to welcome you. And for those that don't know Carl Holmes, he had his own band that toured all over the world, and he outsold Central Park and everywhere else.
Yep.
So he did some great things with Little Richard. And who else would you, Carl?
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
All the Motown shows. We worked with them.
Yes.
I was fortunate. I was very fortunate.
Yeah, very fortunate.
Here you go.
Yeah, they go
my
Carl right there. That's Carl Holmes right there with the guitar. Y'all see him? Carl Holmes. But also, I want to bring your attention to Carl because Carl is been such a pivotal part of this holistic health venture that we have had. We've had here on the the men's gathering. For the men's gathering if anyone knows, the men's gathering group has been the longest running of the programs that I've had. This is our 19th year this year.
Wow.
Really, Dr. Paul?
Holistic health, men's health, and I tell you, Carl is our treasurer, and I would not be able to do it without him. So, Carl, I give you a hand. Let's everybody give Carl a
Thank you so much.
You do a great job. Any man that you have in your life that you want to be a part of a organization of men, we get together. We used to have that before the COVID. We were at the Eagle's Nest in Germantown. But I say, if you want to be a part of us and give us your information and contact Carl, and he'll put you on our email list. So any events and things that come up, Carl he's the point man right there. Carl Holmes, the mighty Carl Holmes. All right.
Give me my email address. My email address is carlholmes65@aol.com.
Carl65. Carl Holmes.
All lowercase.
65.
65 at AOL?
At AOL.com.
AOL.com.
It's in the chat, Carl.
All right.
All right.
All right. We got you, man. We got you covered. Okay. All right. So I want to also I want to go into is Denise here? I don't know if Denise is here. Denise.
I don't see
here?
Denise yet.
I don't see her in this. Denise Stevens. Yeah. Well, she's not here yet, but she's in charge of the women's group. And the women's group is called Natural Woman. And we had that group actually over at Canaan Baptist Church with the support of Reverend Brennan, Reverend Derek Brennan. And that was also running, we were about the 4th year in the women's group. So Denise will probably be joining us very shortly. If not, I may give her email information. Just email her your information so that you can stay up on the women's contact list. Okay, family?
Dr. Paul, I got a question from one of the participants. One of their husband can be part of the men's group, the holistic group, but they're in Canada. Is there a way for you to hook up with them?
Sure. You mean, what do you mean? As far as
I'm gathering that he must live in Canada, okay, but he wants to be a part of the men's holistic group. Is there a way for him?
Sure. We always say if you want to come through, we can still Right now, everything is zoomed up. So we'll probably be zooming, and when we get back, we're going to be zooming anyway. So we'll be going
Right.
live. Okay?
Okay.
So he can always participate no matter where you are around the world. All right, family?
Guys,
Just-
can I ask everyone a question? If you would do me a favor, where you have things like iPad and the phone number, can you just sort of right click on your mouse or whatever and put your name in there? That way we'll know exactly who everyone is and we can talk to you personally. How about that?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
I
And,
really
and if you
appreciate
have a
that.
question, go fire off. I want to hear the questions today because I do have a piece and I just lost my paperwork and I'm looking for it right now. So if someone have a question while I find this, ask your question. Anybody have a question?
With
Yes,
Black
Dr. Paul.
Friday coming, are you going to have a Black Friday sale on your green drink?
Good question.
Well, I am black.
Well, I would never know that.
We'll have to see what happened. See what I've been doing because of the coronavirus. This just giving y'all the heads up. The green drink has been very hard to get because of the import export of the products and the ingredients for the green drink. And if you know me, I've actually started to pull the ingredients from different parts of the world. The green drink is a combination of land and sea, but those land and sea herbs and things come from parts of the world that we're not
Right.
from,
Mhm.
down closer to the equator. And that's where I get most of all of my ingredients. So I get ingredients from Costa Rica, Brazil,
Mhm.
also South Africa. That's all in the Dr. Paul's kit right there. And my distributor is in Florida. So we've been having a little challenge because of this Trump thing, and also the COVID. Getting the proper amount of nutrients has been a challenge. So
Yes.
we stopped going online. So I utilize Pollock Herbs and also Wayne Avenue Health Food as the distributors. So if there's a question on whether there's going to be a discount, push it right to them and ask them, Dr. Paul said y'all need to give up a discount.
There you go.
See what happens. That's all
Put
I
it
can
dead on him.
because right now we're just distributing it right now. I'm just distributing it to those organizations and places that are the stores. Okay. So I hope that answered your question there, but maybe I need to start giving away some stuff on this line. What y'all think?
Yeah, you
Yes.
said
It sounds good to me.
Dr.
I don't
Paul,
think
you
I'm
that,
getting no nose on that one, right?
the membership
You
will go
said
to
that before,
5,000
but we
then,
never
Dr. P.
got it.
Oh, well, maybe
Uh-oh.
I have to give away something.
All right.
Let me see. What can I give away today? Let me see what I can give away.
One of them
How about I give away?
Come on.
How about
Uh-oh.
I give
Uh-oh.
away
Wait.
parasite cleanse today? I'm gonna give away a parasite
All
cleanse.
right. That's what's up. All right.
Because after y'all eat all them pork, my
Oh, my
homeboys,
You're gonna
Lord.
need it, Dr. Paul.
and them
Some
Lord.
prayers.
skins and fat back,
Well.
y'all gonna need something.
Mm.
So we're gonna go in and I'm gonna give that away. I don't know how I'm gonna give it away. Maybe Bill can do something. We could select it in some way. Bill, what do you think? Maybe get a hat or something, numbers or something. We'll figure something out. All right. All right.
Yeah, I will be on board. I'll be on board.
I'm definitely going to give this away today. I'm definitely going to give this away to somebody lucky today. How about that?
All right.
All right.
I'll be
All right.
on
Don't
board,
let
Mr.
me
Paul.
forget now. Don't let me forget.
I won't.
You know they're not gonna let you forget.
Dr. Paul, let me ask you a question because for the colon cleanse, it's like 100 pills in there. Are
Yeah.
you supposed to take all of those pills before you start the parasite?
Yes.
That's right. That is correct. I recommend always to do a cleanse first.
Yes.
Use one cleanse before you step to the next cleanse.
100 pills?
There's 100
No,
capsules in
it's
there.
100
So,
pills in that
You
bottle.
gonna take them all?
The whole bottle?
right, because
Yes.
this is the reason why.
'Cause
Usually
he
each
said more than
person
30 days.
is different. Some people systems are more sensitive than others, and therefore some people systems they need more because they may be heavy meat eaters. So usually we start off with first learning your system. Got it? You got to learn your style, your system. You remember we talked about circadian rhythm. We talked about how that time frame. Anybody remember what was your digestive system between what? Remember you said
4 and 12.
no, I'm talking about how long from the time you eat should your bowels be moving?
Oh, 8 to 18
to
hours.
12.
18 hours to 48
something
hours.
like that.
16.
That is correct. 18 to 48 hours. That's your
48
zone. Got it?
Right,
So
right.
that's why when you're taking a colon cleanse, you should be, once you eat, you soon after should be eliminating whatever you had 18 to 48 hours ago. You got it?
Okay.
Sounds, you got me? So when you eat, you should eliminate. So if you're eating 3 times a day, you should be eliminating 3 times a day. Got
That's
me?
right.
And usually folks are not doing that because there's no energy in the food. So that's what the herbs do. The herbs are going to come in and start to now push that stuff out of you. Pushes the fecal debris out of the system, starts to now treat the walls of the lower intestines and the large intestines. So that's what you need to treat the wall, to move that stuff. Some people, when they passed away, they found somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 pounds of waste in their system.
Dr.
Elvis Presley had 50 pounds.
Yes, I was
Yes.
just going to say
Elvis
that.
Presley.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the average person is 15
And John
to
had
20.
had 50 pounds.
That's
John
yeah.
Wayne.
Some people, and that doesn't go for the gluttonous person that has really overweight
Wow,
and
yes.
having a lot of issues. So what does that mean? That means that you have to start to get this thing moving. So that's why 100 pills is, by the time you start to get it moving, usually we try to say take 2 to 3 tablets after dinner. That's what we do. We say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. That's why the ingredients in here has everything to deal with it. Has everything from the wormwood, which is the number one.
Yes.
Well, actually, the colon cleanse first. The colon cleanse has the Cape aloes, and the Cape aloes is the one that I said comes from South Africa. Got it? See, Cape aloes is a pod. It's not to be confused with aloe vera, but it is a desinous plant, but it is excellent for moving the digestive system. It is actually considered one of the bitters, okay, the bitters. And what do bitters do? They bind to toxicity in the body. So bacteria, virus, fungus, septic, parasites, all of that stuff, it binds to. Those are called bitters, bitters.
ERS. Pictures.
You got it.
So if you're
Dr. Paul, I have a question.
Okay, I
Yes.
have, let's raise your hand over in the chat room for me and I can see where you are. Just go to the chat room and everybody just raise your hand.
Is
I
it-
have a hand raised. I have Khadijah right now. Khadijah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Khadijah, how are you?
I'm good, thank God. And yourself?
Good, good.
Wonderful. My question is, you had said between 4 and 12 noon is when your body is creating energy and you shouldn't eat anything because you're already trying to create energy. And what I used to do is like eat fruits or tossed salad or anything that had a high water content because I believe it would make it easier for my body to digest it as opposed to bacon and eggs and all that. So if you're saying not to eat till 12 noon,
No.
Oh.
What I said from 4 to 12 is your cleansing cycle.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So the cleansing cycle means do any and everything. Remember, the concept of naturopathy means to go with the body. That's the concept of nature's path, nature's way. Got it? So
Yes.
you want to move with the system. So if you know that between 4 and 12 is the cleansing system, you want to do any and everything that's cleansing. So what would that be?
Okay.
That would be water. That would be
Right.
fruit in the
Okay.
morning, right?
Okay.
Because fruit stimulates. You can do, some people have the cereals in the morning, which are good. The only one that I throw a red flag on is the oatmeal right now. Don't nobody
Yes,
know that.
yes. Yes.
Oatmeal.
What?
Yeah, oatmeal. Watch the oatmeal, family. Watch
What's going
the
on with the
oatmeal.
oatmeal, Dr. B?
Watch the oatmeal. Here it is on the floor. I forgot my stuff. I dropped it on the
Well.
floor. All right, oatmeal. Watch the oatmeal. The oatmeal, because they spraying the oatmeal something heavy. They're doing this thing called glyphosate. We talked about it many times. Glyphosate is a weed killer, and it backs up the lymphatic system, and it causes phantom pains. Phantom pains. Anybody know what phantom pains are? Phantom pains.
Pains that you don't know where they come from.
You don't know where they're coming from. So sometimes you might, reach across the table to grab the salt shake and go, ah!
Yeah. No, you got an idea.
That
Oh,
would be a phantom pain. You don't know
But-
in your joints, ligaments, knees, things like that.
Would that
Yes,
be,
yes.
would that include the steel oats as well?
I would say all of them because there's
All
a
of
big
them? Okay.
problem with the United States right now.
Okay.
They're doing what's called pre-spraying the oatmeal.
Okay.
Right.
And they're not able to do this in other countries. I just want y'all to know that.
Right,
They can't
I
do
know.
this in other countries, but they can do it here.
Well, we
So
got
that's
big
why
devil
it
here.
becomes a problem when we start to look at like why is it that here in the United States we can't get this thing right, and that glyphosate is what they're finding in people's kidneys. After that long they passed on, they finding nothing but glyphosate all in their kidneys. So we know that it's the glyphosate that's shutting the kidneys down. Got it?
Okay,
And where are
okay.
the dialysis centers more? In
Oh,
what
yeah.
neighborhood are they in the most? You got it?
Arrows,
Yeah.
You
right.
understand? So there's a lot to do with that. You got it?
No.
Okay.
So we got
Thank you.
I got Robin. Robin?
I'm coming.
Okay, Robin.
Wait a minute.
What's
Here I
up,
come. I'm
Robin?
sorry. I didn't mean to say it that way because I'm driving. So I apologize. I thought I was on mute.
That's all
I
right.
have a question
Okay.
about your cleanse. One, I did buy the greens. It is hard to get, family. So if you don't order it, I got mine from Wayne Avenue. If you don't call them and order it, you won't get it. I promise you.
Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you that this week has been a good week. I just dropped off about 5 cases with Pollock Herbs yesterday. So Pollock Herbs has 5 cases, five brand cases of it, and
Wonderful.
also I bought off about 3 cases over at Wayne Avenue. So we did get a big shipment in this week.
Well, no, I went to Wayne Avenue 2 days ago. I did get mine, but he was all out. If your name wasn't on the list to get it, you wasn't getting it. That's what I mean when I say that. That's one.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. He will put you on the list, on the waiting list. So
Right.
And what is that again?
That's the greens.
That's the
And
green
then
drink.
Yes, the green
So how
drink.
about at your shop? I mean, Shakir, can we get it from you?
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Shakir is Wayne Avenue Health Food.
Oh,
That's where he is.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
And the second thing is I did start my MSM. Surprisingly, I was already using it, but I was using the pills. But I have powder that you suggested, the crystals. And then the third thing is, as it relates to your cleanse, does Wayne Avenue sell that, or do I have to? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a set.
Yeah. So the cleanse, he sells both the colon cleanse and the parasite cleanse. Yeah.
So my question is it a set? So do you buy it as a set or you buy it separate?
A kit.
Well, he'll sell it to you as a set.
Okay.
They we try to keep it together. If someone says they want to do the kit, you can buy it individually, but some people buy it individually or some people buy it all together. So it's up to them. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, Robin. Looking sharp with that hat on, girl. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, boo.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And now we got is that
Right.
Helen? Helen?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Paul.
Hey, Helen, how you doing?
I'm good, and good evening, everyone. I just wanted to ask a question in regards to the colon cleanse. I purchased the greens as well. This is what's going on. I have some fruit smoothies for breakfast, and then I'll take 2 of the colon cleanses. And then I'll go for a while and nothing. And I find that I'll have my lunch and my stomach may bloat a little bit, and I find that I go the next day. So I'm not going like I should. So I was just wondering, how often should I be taking the colon cleanse, and how often should I be moving?
Sure. You are asking Helen a great question, because I just spoke about that, how some people have different systems and some people's systems are more sensitive than others. And in your system, you need to add just maybe another pill to that. How many are you taking right now? Just one?
Well, I started out with 2, and then I started out taking 2 for breakfast, and then I did the 2 for lunch, but still nothing
Right.
until the next day.
Right. Sometimes you want to actually take that, if you're taking the green drink, you can take it after a meal. Okay. Or if you can take the green drink when you take the green drink, or you could take it after a meal. See, it's also a great preparatory after you've eaten. It helps with digestion. So there's digestible enzymes in there. So if you're eating, especially if you're a meat eater, or if you're just worried about the
I'm
contaminants.
vegan.
Yeah. So even if you're vegan, you still have to worry about the glyphosate. Got it? You got
Yes.
to worry about the
Right.
contaminants and the pesticides and things that are cross contaminating, even on the organic side.
That's
So,
right.
so with that being the case, it's not a bad idea to just have one after every meal. You could take one
Mhm.
capsule. So that would bring you up to about what, 3 a day?
So take 3 a day, and then I take the green drinks once a day, or you want me taking that twice a day?
Well, the green drink is based on each individual because everyone, for example, let me give you an example.
I take 2.
Yeah, hold on. Somebody mute yourself, mute yourself. If you are taking the green drink, the whole purpose of the green drink is to keep your pH balanced. Now, they don't want to talk about it, but do y'all know what the number one, I say, the most important thing is your pH? You've heard of pH, right?
Yes.
Potential for hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
You got it? Hydrogen is all around us. It's in everything around us. It is the greatest of all the energy. So whenever you hear hydrogen, it's always energy. So in every cell in your body, you have a little car engine, and that car engine is hydrogen. So it's spinning. And that energy, when we look for pH, we look for the potential gain or loss of that energy inside of you. So when you tired, broken down, sick with disease, guess what? You spinning in the wrong direction. You got me? Not a lot of hydrogen, not a lot of energy. But when you start to now grab good foods, organic foods that have high alkaline, high hydrogen, guess what? You start spinning in the correct direction.
Yes. Uh-huh.
You got it? So when that's the case, most of us right now are malnutrition. That's right. We got 53 people online right now. And I guarantee you, just about everybody is malnutrition.
I heard that everybody.
How about that?
Everybody.
They said in
Everybody.
1947, in 1947, the food doesn't have 47% of its nutrients. So what does that mean right now, family? That means that what? There's no nutrients in the food.
At
So
all.
you have to stabilize and add this energy to your body. You got to step out the box.
That's right.
That's the purpose of the green drink. You got it?
Now, one other question, Dr. Paul, the MSM.
Okay,
How often should I take that?
Okay, wait a minute. Let me finish this point because my point that I'm making about the green drink, you need to take it 3 times a day as a meal. If you take it 3 times in a meal, you stay like this. The average person is like this all day long. You got it? So you have to stay like this. And the only way you can stay like that is you take one at the breakfast. And remember, the green drink is a meal replacement. Gets you from here, gets you to lunch.
Wow.
Take one after lunch, gets you to dinner. Take one after dinner, you got it. You stay level all day. You got me? Therefore, if you said, well, you know what, that lunch was all right, but I don't know if I got all my nutrients. If you got your greens, you know you got it. You understand? So it's always an excellent supplement for the body. We're trying to maximize the fact that we are all living on the eastern part of this planet, the northeast part of the planet. We're getting indirect sunlight. We're not getting enough sunlight.
Yeah.
So that's the key. Get your energy, hydrogen-based, green drink, land and sea. That's land and ocean. Got it?
Yeah.
That's the key. All right. Now you were saying about the MSM now?
Yes, I was asking how often should I take the MSM?
Okay. Now the MSM, remember MSM, that's Mary, Sam, Mary, is what's called methylsulfonymethane. Okay. Methane is actually organic sulfur. Now, the purpose of sulfur is that it pushes the nutrients into the cell. It can detox every cell in the body, naturally found in all fruits and vegetables, but because of the denaturing of the soil,
P.
Doesn't have a lot of sulfur anymore.
SUL.
That's pesticides are killing it, killing all that sulfur and all the good stuff. So
PH.
now you can't absorb it because it's not in the food anymore.
Yes, and Paul.
You got it? Not in the food anymore. So when you eat the vegetables and eat the fruit, nothing pushes in. That's why everybody's malnutrition. Got it? So MSM, after you take the green drink, about 30 minutes later, take about a teaspoon, a quarter teaspoon, and about 8 ounces of water. Drink it right behind it. That pushes it right in. You got it? Pushes it right into the cell. My only disclaimer, because we did talk about MSM last week, my only thing, as a disclaimer, you have to be very mindful when you are taking MSM, you're detoxing every cell. You got 52 trillion or more cells in your body, and every one of them is getting detoxed at the same time. That means they're wide open.
Yes,
So,
yes.
if you are doing MSM,
Do not drink.
Disclaimer: do not drink. You got
Yes,
it?
do not
Don't
drink.
Don't drink. You got it? If you drinking alcohol and you're usually a 3-drink minimum individual, you're gonna be under the floor in one. I guarantee you. All right. It's because why? Because what? Your cells are wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open. You got it? So that also says something else. Look what happens if they're wide open. When you take the green drink, what happens? Woo! Pushes it right on in. You got it?
That's wonderful.
Isn't that awesome? So that's why people start to get the energy back when they start taking, the MSM behind stuff because it pushes in. All right. All right. Good questions, y'all. Good questions.
Someone wants to know, when do you use the eliminator, Dr. Paul?
What was that?
When do you use the eliminator?
The eliminator is always after you've gone through the colon cleanse, right? You go one system at a time.
Okay.
Remember, you cleanse with the colon cleanse, you sweep with the eliminator. You got it? The eliminator is all of the herbs that deal with the parasites. The number one, I can read you some of them that are on here. For example, the eliminator, I put in here wormwood. If you ever know what wormwood is, anybody know?
Horrible stuff. Horrible.
But what family is it a part of? The bitters. Bitters family. That's why it's so bitter that even the Bible recognized that in Revelations as the end of times. He would send wormwood as a way of purging all the parasites out of the world. Woo!
Yes.
Let me stop. I'm going to be preaching in a second. I'm going to stop that one.
Stop, Dr. Paul. You're running around the room.
Another one would be garlic bulb. Garlic bulb. Garlic bulb. Cascara sagrada. Cascara sagrada. Now, I took in here a little bit more because whenever you're moving the lymphatic system, wherever you're moving the bowels, you want to also move the lymphatic system. So I put in here specifically chaparral. Chaparral.
All right.
Chaparral. That's spelled Chaparral.
Right.
Chaparral. Chaparral is for the lymphatic system.
Wonderful.
That's the one that cleans out. When you ever see anyone's lymph system back up, and I can tell you, everybody's lymphs. I'm getting so many people that are having lymphatic blockage. That means under their neck, they see the lumps under the neck, lumps under the armpits, or lumps in the groin.
Yes.
That's a direct sign of the lymphatic system being attacked. So you need a detox. That's what that's about.
That happened to me, Dr. Paul. My whole neck swelled up like a large grapefruit. And when I asked the doctor what was the problem, he said he didn't know. But all he knew was that he had the lancet. So I'm thinking, all those years of education, he don't know anything. Well, all they know is they got a cut. So that's when I started learning about the body, because you can't trust them.
Yeah. Well, remember, their only concept is suppress the symptoms.
Yes. He should have known.
Yeah, rip, burn, or cut it out. That's their only way for solving anything. Rip, burn, or cut it out. And that's not what we do. We detox. Never have you heard people talk about detox or building the immune system. You know, their concept
Yeah.
is that God is totally wrong and we are right.
Yes.
That's it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
they
a
don't even
God
talk
versus
about bowel
man
movement.
concept every time. You got it?
Yes.
So keep that in mind. So Bill, I think that answered the question on that.
Yes, pretty much.
Colon cleanse first, follow up with the parasite. Cleanse and sweep. You got it? Cleanse, then sweep. All right, we got May on the line. May Lloyd. May, where you at, May? You got your hand up, May.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
how you doing, May? I see you.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so much. I have two questions, real quick.
Mhm.
Earlier, Mr. Holmes was talking about you were talking about the men's group, and I have a men's group that I have on Facebook, in which I'm interested in connecting and putting your information, as well as would love to add him to some kind of way. Do he have a Facebook group? That's
Yes,
one.
we do. We have a Facebook group also. If you go to Facebook, and there's two groups we have. One is the men's gathering. You can just type in Dr. Paul's men's gathering.
Okay.
Okay, that's on Facebook. And then also there's Dr. Paul's Holistic Health Network. That's for everyone.
Okay. Thank you.
Send
Thank you.
me an invitation or send me a request, and then I'll send back and give you a personal invitation to come in. It's a private group, but is everyone on that group, by the way? Is everybody mostly on there?
Yeah.
No? Yeah. But if you don't know, definitely go there. Go to Dr. Paul Holistic Health Network on Facebook, because some people are still sending me requests for under the Dr. Paul, last name Hopkins, under Facebook, but I max out with that.
Yes.
I can't put everybody in there because it maxes out, I think, at 5,000. And I'm already way past 5,000. So I can't put you in, but I can put you on the other one, which is the Dr. Paul Holistic Health Network. And Bill and I post all of the shows and all the
Yes.
information on
Okay.
that page. So if you got WRDs, this family tree, any health tips, any questions, we put everything on there. Okay. So
Okay.
hopefully that helps you
I've
out.
actually
All right.
posted it in the chat, Dr. Paul, so they can find it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you. And
Okay. Thank you.
and wait, and one last thing is, when you spoke about food earlier, you were talking about the oatmeal. Well, I'm a fish lover, and so I really would like to know if there's a fish that I can eat now that because I'm missing eating my salmon.
Yeah. The only fish you have to worry about, remember, I'm going to go back to the Bible on y'all every time.
Well,
Y'all know that.
Here we go
I'm going
again.
back to the Bible now. Fins and scales.
Yes.
You got it? Fins and scales. If it's
Okay.
got fins and scales, you can have as much as you want. So when you go to the fish market, you say, he got fins and scales. Wrap him up.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Paul.
Got it? All right.
Yes.
Only one I would say for fish that you got to watch out for is the salmon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What about crabs?
Crabs, lobster, shrimp, all that stuff. Yes, they are pulling them from the contaminated beds where all of the oil spills are. Shellfish is a big no-no.
Mhm.
And it's only because it's causing problems, because when they pull it, it's got a lot of chemicals, but also high level
Very high
of
level.
parasites. Okay. That's why Most High God said, don't eat them, because he says, wait a minute, I got this beautiful ocean. I done created this beautiful ocean, and I got to keep it clean. So I need a cleanup crew. So they're not scavengers. They're the cleanup crew.
Yes.
You got it?
Yes.
That's what they do. So he says, well, wait a minute. If I put them on the bottom of the ocean, because that's where all the poop falls, right? If I put them on the bottom of the ocean, I can't give him a regular body, because if I give him a regular body, the ocean pressure would crush his body. So I got to give him an exoskeleton. So that means his skeleton's on the outside. Your skeleton's on the inside. Got it? So he's an anthropod. They're anthropods. And y'all know what anthropods are, right? Anthropods are paired legs, like the crab, paired legs, and exoskeleton. So you got land anthropods and you have sea anthropods. So y'all know what the land anthropod is, right?
Scorpio. Scorpion?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No.
The land anthropod is a
Roaches.
roach.
It's a roach.
Oh,
The roach. El rocho.
El rocho. So that means
Oh,
that
my.
if that makes the land, if he's a roach is an anthropod, then technically those that are in the sea, what are they? They're sea roaches.
Sea
Absolutely.
roaches, guys.
Yeah, it is what it is, y'all. And that's why we're not to eat those things. Because number one, let me go a little deeper. When you start to eat these things, it causes contamination in what's called the autonomic system of your body. Your autonomic system controls motor skills. That's your audibility for you to walk and talk and things like that. That's when you ever see anybody shaking like that? Anybody seen like that? Say, how you doing, bro?
Yes.
How you doing, bro? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Got it?
You
That's
think it's
messed up the
Parkinson.
autonomic system. Yes, those are things that
Oh.
deal with Parkinson's, MS, Lou
Mm-hmm.
Gehrig's, ALS. All of those things are dealing with autonomic damage. And that comes from commonality. I'm going to tell you, I got all these young folks coming in right now. They shaking like leaves in their 20s. And we put them on the RM3A and the numbers are skyrocketed. And guess what? They've already been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis or Parkinson's or something. But guess what the commonality is? They love shrimp, they love lobster, they love crabs. You remember, they're the filters of the ocean. You know, the clams, they actually took a clam. And that clam is a filter. So you could take a clam and drop it in your fish tank, and you can drop that in dirty water. It'll clean that water in 2 hours.
Big time.
You got me?
Mm.
So you don't
Imagine
never
what's doing
need,
to
if
your
you got a
inside.
fish tank, you should never have to buy a filter.
I
All
know
you gotta
that's
do
right.
is throw some clams up in there. Say, get to work, guys.
Oh, Lord. I just cleaned the filter.
Got it? They took a camera. I'm gonna go a little deeper. They took a camera and took a microscopic camera, and they filled the clam and the oysters up with a dye so that they could trace where it came from. They said when they finished it, it blew their mind. They said they have never seen anything they saw the highest level of filtration system they had ever seen on the planet in a simple little clam.
That's deep.
So that means when
That's
it
deep,
went
Dr.
through,
J.
by the time it went through the clam, guess what came out? Fresh water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water comes out. That's correct. So now here you are eating it.
Oh, God.
And what's happening? You're catching all of the pollutants. And it's going to go in and
Into your
damage your
body.
system.
Mhm.
Damages your myelin sheath. It's called the
Yes.
myelin sheath. And that myelin sheath is what deals with your autonomic system. You got me? Understand, family? So it's
Yeah.
a reason behind what God said. It didn't say that I'm God and y'all not, and this don't do what I say. It means that there's a reason. There's an ecosystem in process. Don't break the rules. Got it?
Great benefit to
Yes.
doing what Dad,
So,
what
Got
Dad
Dr.
is
it?
Paul,
saying.
basically, we should be vegetarians, and that's what you're saying.
Well, we are vegetarians by nature.
That's
All you
all right.
have to
Yes.
do is look at
Look at your teeth.
Yep.
There you go.
Look at your teeth. Everybody look at your teeth. See?
What's left?
See? Some of y'all, you know, you see how your teeth are all in a line.
I'm a
You
shopping
got
line.
it? See the canines, if the canines, right? Who has canines? I mean, when they're real long, you know, when they're real long, who has long canines?
Meat eaters.
Animals.
Oh,
Yeah.
lions, tigers, meat eaters.
And
Alligators.
bears. Oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
carnivores. Yeah.
Right. Carnivores, rippers. That's for ripping meat. You got it? That's for tearing and ripping meat. So if you look at yours, they should be nice and level, right? And also, meat eaters have a very short intestines. Your intestines is about 30 feet long. You got me? So you're to absorb the proteins from the complex carbohydrates, which are in vegetables and fruits and berries and seeds and things like that. That's what your intestines do. So that's why we have a long intestines. Now, if you're eating a lot of meat, we can see that those teeth, they're around the same size, means that you're supposedly not for ripping and tearing, but for fruits and vegetables. Got it? So yes, absolutely. You are vegetarian. Vegetation on the table. That's what
Yes.
it
Yeah,
comes
yes.
from. That's where
Yes.
the word
Yes.
comes from. Vegetation on the
Vegetables, yeah.
table. Vegetable. Got it?
Vegetables.
Vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Yes.
Vegetables, in
Yes.
other words.
Never thought about that, did you?
Wow.
Oh wow.
Well, mhm.
Wow.
All right, let's see who we got now. We got I got an iPhone. We got Flo over there. Flo, go ahead, Flo.
Dr. Paul, now you have me confused about the green drink. Can we eat when we take that, or is that supposed to be the meal?
It can be both. That's the whole point. It can be both. See, remember, most of the time people are not eating the proper amount of nutrients. You're not getting it. You're just not getting it, family. I would say that 99% of the people that come in and I do in a one-on-one assessment with, everybody's malnutrition. Unless you're making a conscious effort to get your greens in 3 times a day, you're malnutrition. And when you're malnutrition, you're not kicking on all cylinders. You're going to have a lot of issues, and those usually stem from some kind of chronic disease. See, the body, remember, you're expending energy all day. Just being awake expends energy. Did y'all know that? Just being awake expends energy. It's got to be energy to run that brain.
Yes.
Keep them eyes
Yes.
moving. You're blinking
Yes.
every few seconds. You got me? You're using energy. So if you're not fueling up,
Absolutely.
you're going to have a problem. You're going to be working always at a deficit. You got me? So that's why we say the green drink is good. So it's always flow based on what you're eating. Some people have better preparatory, meals than others. Some people can really get in there and do the preparation and are excellent. They're great shoppers. They know what to go for and they can pull it. And then other people struggle with that. So that's why for those that struggle, just make sure you get the green drink and you got it. You got it. You got the best of the land and best of the ocean.
Yes.
The two worlds that collide that put everything in your body for total nutrients. As vertebrae in this thing we call life, our vertebrae, we supposed to get about 92 to 102 minerals a day. That's what we have. So that's what's in the greens. Yep.
Could you say it's a supplement?
With a banana? Can you put like a
Sure.
banana in your green
Sure.
drink?
You can do things like that. I mean, you can be creative with it. Just understand, of course, the things we talk about bananas, bananas, they're seasonal. Okay. Remember, see, bananas are seasonal. Do y'all know that fruits and vegetables are seasonal? Got it? Fruit stimulates, vegetables stabilize. But then there's some fruits that are supposed to only be for, certain times of the year. Did y'all know that?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Yeah.
time, yes.
Like
Yes,
for
I know.
example, the banana is a cooling fruit.
Right.
Okay. It's primarily used for cooling you down when it's real hot outside.
Okay.
You got it? So just like the herbs, you have herbs that heat you up, cool you down,
Yes.
or
yes,
balance you out. Got it? Same thing happens with fruits and vegetables. There's some fruits that will heat you up, some that will cool you down, and some that will balance you out. Got it? So that's why that is a cooling fruit. So that's why some of them don't grow in certain parts of the world. Like you cannot grow supposedly successfully a banana, which is 30 degrees latitude, which is right where the panhandle of Florida is. See where the panhandle of Florida is, where you cut literally the line that Florida is on. Anything that goes above that It's hard for a banana to grow. You got it? So what does that mean? Yes, you can deck it up all you want to, but keep those things in mind. All right.
Dr. Paul,
Yes.
is it safe to say that your green drink is a supplement?
Yes, it is a
You
supplement.
can
It
take
is
it
a
as a
meal
supplement.
supplement. It is a meal supplement, a nutritional meal supplement. That's the key. And the
Right.
whole concept that I designed it was I say it was a divine appointment. I really take no credit for these things, because when you're doing this whole thing called natural and naturopathy, I say it was not me. I believe that it was not me. I didn't ask
Yes.
for this. I
Yes.
want
Yes.
everybody to know my story. I wanted to do something totally different. It calls you. It called me. So with that, when I started my studies and went deeper in, it just showed and confirmed more than anything that it's a spiritual journey. And that
Yes.
when I was coming up with the formulas, I had to look at what we are facing as
Amen.
problems living on this northern hemisphere more than anybody.
Amen.
Malnutrition, dehydration, parasites. Those are the three right there. And that's why the three, whether the green drink, colon cleanse, parasite, it just works for everybody. It really does. So I would say that definitely, yeah, Carl. Yep, it is a nutritional supplement.
That's how I use it. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, we got Denise in here. Denise Stevenson. Where
Yes,
are
I'm
you,
here.
Denise?
I'm
Hey,
finally here.
Denise.
She snuck in, Dr. Paul.
She
Denise
snuck in.
Yeah.
I see you, Denise. Hey,
Yeah.
y'all.
Good girl.
Hey, family. I want to introduce you all to Denise Stevenson. She is the head of the women's group, Natural
Yeah.
Woman.
There they
Let's give
go.
her a hand. She
Give me a big
is
hand.
head of
Thank
the
you.
yes, she actually helps me with so much with the Natural Woman. So if you ever want to get a hold of Denise, can you drop your information so they can email you if they want to be added to the women's list?
Yes, I sure
Okay.
will.
And
Or
they've been asking.
I'll send my number so that they can call me.
And Denise,
Okay, you
hey,
rather that? I was trying to save you now. I didn't want everybody
Yeah.
calling you at the same time now. But if you like to talk, that's okay with
Yeah,
me.
it's okay. It's more personal. I like it better that way.
All right.
Okay, get the number out so Bill can actually write it down.
And also,
Type it in.
Denise, if there's a Natural
Stevens.
Woman's Facebook group, because someone did ask that a few moments ago.
If there was what? I didn't hear you, Bill.
A Natural Woman's Facebook group, like the
No,
Men
that's
Gathering.
one thing that we did not do because we
Okay.
were in the process of doing that before the COVID.
Okay.
But yes, we don't have a Facebook. But if someone would like to work with Denise on that, that would be great. Hey.
All right.
All
So
right.
Denise, give me the
Okay.
information. I'll put it right in the chat area here.
Okay.
Okay. Denise, what's your telephone number for them?
I'm putting it down right now. 215-267. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. 4053.
All right.
Again. Say that again.
No, say that again, please.
It's 267. I'm sorry. I put 215. It's 267.
267.
Okay. 267.
690
And,
4053.
Okay.
Okay, say that again now. Let me make sure we get this right.
267
Okay.
690
Okay.
4053.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right. Everybody got that? So Denise,
453.
thank you so much. And I want to publicly thank you and Carl Holmes for doing an outstanding job. This is
That's
the
our
first time
pleasure.
I got them both
Thank you.
together at the same time, boy.
Thank you
Only
so
they
much,
can get
Dr.
around this
Paul.
family tree.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. Now, I think I took enough questions for now. I'm going to come back in a second, okay? We'll ask some more questions. But I want to give you some helpful tips. So everybody get your pen and pad. You're going to wonder on this one. Got it? If you're listening by phone or whatever, and we haven't got you, we always want to get you to come on in, family. Don't be shy, all right? Only
That's
dumb
right.
question is the one you don't answer, all right?
That's right.
The ask, okay? So don't be shy, all right? All right. I want to go into herb seasonings for disease. How about that? Some of these things can go right on that turkey. How about that? Mm-hmm.
Herb seasoning.
Or you can put those herbs in that salad or things, but you need to know why herbs are important. And does anyone know why they call it seasonings? Did you ever think about that? Anybody ever know why they call herbs and spices seasonings?
Good
They have something to do with the seasons?
Huh?
Does it have anything to do with the seasons themselves or?
The different seasons.
You're absolutely, you're warm.
You're warm.
Absolutely.
You're not hot
no.
yet. You're just warm. All right. The reason why they call it seasonings is that when, and this is specifically the difference between when the those that were indigenous were teaching Western Europeans survival techniques and concepts. They actually, when they started giving them the herbs and things, say this is for this time, this is for this is for that. Remember what I told you earlier. Herbs do some things, right? They either heat you up
or cool you down,
or balance you out, just like the seasons. Wow.
Okay.
You got it? So when people take some of those herbs and things, some of them, whew, boy, I need some water. I got some water. You got it? And then some of them cooled them down. Whew, whew, whew. Got me? And then some of them made them just right. Just balance you right off. Cools your temperature, balances your temperature out. So the whole concept of seasonings goes back to changing you when you take them, changes you just like the seasons.
Wow.
Got it?
Now that's deep.
That's deep. So I want to give you some that you may or may not know what they're used for.
Okay.
Got
Talk
it?
to me.
First one I want to go with is the allspice. Y'all ever seen the allspice? Allspice. But did you know that allspice is also good for, it's good for digestion, gas, diabetes, and guess what? It's a stimulant. So what is that? Is that a heater up or a slower downer?
Heater up.
There you go.
Keep it careful.
You got it?
Right.
That's the key. So that heats you up. Got it? So the next one is anise. Anybody ever heard of anise?
Yes.
ANISE?
Yeah.
Got it.
Tastes like licorice.
Yeah, here it is. That's good for digestion,
Right.
liver,
Oh, wow.
colicky issues. You ever when you got mucus coming up? Yeah. Tonics, that's for colds. And it also is very good for spasms. Of course, we have to say, and before I go any further, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul, family. Right?
All right.
All right. So anise is good for digestion, liver, colicky issues, colds, spasms. That's muscle spasms and things like that. You know?
What is this one, Dr. Paul? What is this one?
You're breaking
what is
up
this
there, Carl.
herb you're thinking about?
What was that?
Anise.
Oh.
Anise.
I was
ANISE.
ANISE.
Okay.
Got it? Next
Gotcha.
one is basil. 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 Did you know that basil is good for rheumatism?
Really?
Arthritis, yes, rheumatism. It's also good for cramps. And that's cramps, muscle cramps. It also soothes the stomach and actually deals with things like if you have a upset stomach, it's good for balancing the stomach. So that's why a lot of people use that on a lot of their, you know, different spices on a lot of their, either whether it's fish, meat, you use it on greens, vegetables, anything. Got it? So it's used for, basil is used for also mucus. That's another one for mucus. Got it?
You ever use hot sauce?
Huh?
Sorry.
Use
Hot
hot
sauce?
sauce.
No, my dad said you ever use hot sauce.
He didn't say it. He
Did I
didn't
ever
say that.
use hot sauce? We got something cool. We got cayenne pepper for that one.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
right.
That'll work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the next one is Chervil. Got it? Chervil. 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 Don't see that one much, but that one was very much used for swellings.
Wow.
You know, when you have swelling in your ankles or your feet or your legs.
Edema.
Yes, edema. That is correct. Yep. Also things like eczema.
Okay.
Eczema and also the gout.
Oh yeah, that's one of them.
It actually, if we go a little deeper with that one's from the parsley family. Not parsley.
Okay.
It's from the parsley family. You got it? From the parsley family. Okay. All right.
So is
next
that one to be considered balancing you out?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Or better yet, that one's cooling down. Remember, because that's cooling down, because usually if there's swelling or inflammation, that's usually meaning you're too acidic. Got it? So that's good for things like the gout. Anyone ever had the gout? Nope.
Does that come from eating too much meat?
Painful.
Shellfish.
Wow.
Shellfish. A lot of acid. Yes, meat can cause that too.
Uric acid.
Yes, a lot of uric acid. Also fermentation, fermented foods, carbonized foods, carbonized drinks, things like that. You know, I do have to say something about that since you're right there. Watch out for family, and a lot of people are doing it. They're taking apple cider vinegar. Okay. Apple cider vinegar is a fermentation, okay? It is what we call, we don't call it holistic, we call it half holistic, because it doesn't work for everybody, okay? See, it got really its popularity with dealing with athletes who took it a little bit in some, a little bit of honey, a little bit of water, and it actually stirred it up, and it actually helped them metabolize and lose weight fast. But they already had a fast system. So now you take that and you take it, and you're not as active as they are. Guess what? It's actually causing you to spin the other way to the state of acid. So it tears down a lot of people. Fermentation starts at a pH of 4.2. That's pure acid, y'all. You got me? You don't want to mess with that. That is considered a carcinogen. You got it?
Wow.
Technically, fermentation of anything is a carcinogen. Got it? Okay. Next thing, cinnamon.
Good for diabetes.
Yes. Good for diabetes. Cinnamon is also good for diarrhea.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
If you're experiencing any problem with diarrhea, that
That
usually means that something in the system is foreign. Usually foreign meaning bacteria, virus, microbial, or something that's a foreign invader. So the body's natural reaction is to send extra water into the system to flush it out.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
That's why the stool becomes very watery. It's your body trying to flush it out. You got it? Ain't the body awesome?
Yes.
I know that.
If you can't see God, you ain't looking. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh, that's a fact.
Thank you, Jesus.
All right. So cinnamon is also good for upset stomachs, as I was saying. It's good for any types of bloating, gas, things like that. Did you know it's antifungal? You can take cinnamon also and put it in your shoes, and it kills foot fungus.
Ah,
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
How
The
about the
ancient
smell?
Israelites, back in the times of the ancient Israelites, used to put it in their sandals, and it kept
Yes.
their feet dry. And it also kills fungus.
Okay.
So you can
Okay.
take, if you have fungus on the nails, anywhere in
put
nails,
cinnamon on your
you can
shoes.
grab you some cinnamon oil.
Right.
Cinnamon
Okay.
oil, and that kills fungus around your nails, ladies.
Yes.
And men
Yes.
too. Men too.
Yes.
Yep. Got it. All right. All right. Let me see if there's anyone else stepping in right now. Okay.
I'm gonna
All
kiss.
right. All right. So that was
Dr. Paul,
cinnamon.
that was a question in regard to the kind of liquid that you can use to take all of these herbs. Is there a
No,
particular
no,
kind
no.
of
These are
water?
spices. Remember, these are
Yeah.
spices.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
spices that go on foods. These
All right.
are, you
Okay.
can
We'll
take
make
them
sure.
and steep them as teas also.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, you can steep them in teas and make teas out of them. But most importantly, this is what you're putting on food. I heavily put seasonings on all of my feet, on my food,
Yes.
everything. I heavily, because I know that your digestion system is fighting a lot of things right now. You're
Yes.
fighting a lot of stuff. All right, next one is coriander. Coriander, Coriander. So, did you know that coriander was used as a stomach tonic? It was used as a stomach tonic.
Okay.
It was used as a stomach tonic. So that means it was used for not only digestion problems and things like that, and also it was used for joint pain. If you had joint pain.
Oh.
So now y'all know why they putting it on all your food. See, you got to grab all this
I
stuff,
know.
and then you
Put a
putting all
lot.
this medicine on all your food.
That's
You got
right.
nothing. You got to get right. You got to get right.
Well.
You got it?
Well.
It's
So
like you're
true.
doing your herbs just by seasoning it. And
Yes.
guess what the seasonings do? They bring out all the flavoring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And they make you
Now
smell good
here's
too, Dr.
here's
Paul.
one of my favorites. Here's one of my favorites. I love dill. Dill.
Ah.
Dill. D-I-L-L.
Mhm.
Dill. Dill is also another one for indigestion. You know what? It's interesting that all of the things that you see for most of the herbs and things have everything to do with, digestion.
Yes.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes.
That they all, but what a perfect place to put it on your food.
Yeah. That's why God created it.
Amen. 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 You can't say that. Well, that is an excellent way of doing it. So
Mhm.
So if you have
dill is good for indigestion, gastric, and nausea. If you're feeling nauseous, that's what dill is used for. It's interesting that they put what's them pickles called?
Dill
Dill
pickles.
pickles.
Oh,
Dill
is that what they call? Oh man.
Isn't
Wow.
that fermentation?
Yeah, aren't they fermented?
yeah, that's fermentation.
No, I
Those
didn't say the
pickles?
dill pickle. I said,
said
don't
pickle.
they put dill in there? Why do you think
Yes.
they put dill in there?
Okay.
It's a play on
To
words,
counter the-
family.
To
get you, guys.
You understand. Got it?
So is always stuff good if you have diverticulitis? Does that help you with
Yeah, these are actually nutrients for the intestines. That is correct.
Yes. Yes.
So all of these repair the lining of the intestines, impair the gastric juices in the body, so that you start to now move the digestive system. The reason why so many people are constipated is because they have no energy in the gut, and then they take a stool softener.
Yes. Yes.
Stool softener is not doing anything.
Yeah.
Stool softener is softening the stool. That's it. It's not doing anything for you.
Right.
It makes no sense when you really think about it. Why am I softening the stool? Everybody in the hospital is constipated. You got it? Everybody's constipated.
Isn't that the
And you
truth?
say, well, what are
doctors
you
do.
doing? Everybody's on a stool softener.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Get this right. You
Yeah.
got me?
Amen.
Well, now, Dr. Paul, is coriander the same thing as cilantro?
Cilantro. There may be in that family. That
Is it the
may be in that
seeds?
in that family. It may be in that family. That's correct. Because there's a lot of these herbs do cross. They cross because it's always based on where they're coming from also. You remember we call doctrine of signatures, right? What was doctrine of signatures? Remember?
Where it's grown.
Doctrine of signatures, or AKA God's signature. Remember? He puts his stamp on these. Wherever it grows, that's what it's good for.
Yes.
You got it?
Mm.
So high elevation is good for what? That's a quick one.
The
What's high?
lungs.
The lungs. Right. Okay. All right. Next one is fennel.
I
Fennel.
love fennel.
Fennel. Fennel. Fennel. Fennel.
That's
Fennel is
another one.
excellent. Somebody, you know what fennel is good for? Fennel, of course, is a laxative.
Wow.
It's a purger. It purges. That's why you see a lot of the colon cleanses have fennel. It's also fennel seed is excellent in the morning for the cleansing cycle. So if you have fennel seeds, it's excellent to add to things like your smoothie. You got it?
And they say you can chew it for your breath.
Yeah, it has a lot of different things that it does. Yeah, fennel's good. It's also a diuretic. It's a diuretic.
Okay, good.
And it's good for sores in the body.
Mm.
Sores, yes. So if you have sores on the body, so that may be digestive sores like ulcers or things like on the body. Got it? You can break it down, mash it down, like a pistol mortar, and then mash it and put it right into the skin, and it actually heals sores.
Get out of here.
Wow. All right, I'm going to go easy on y'all. There's one called garlic. Y'all ever heard of that one?
Love it.
Nope, never
Love
heard.
it. Love it. Love it.
Yes.
All right, garlic is good. Garlic is what we call the natural antibiotic. It is actually for hypertension. It also is very good for infections, high blood pressure, and absolutely it's good for worms. That's why I put it in my eliminator. It's good for worms. And someone has to purge out those worms. It's also this, there's another one. There are a lot of bacterias and things that are going on, especially in things like hospitals. There's one called H. pylori. And if anyone ever heard of H. pylori,
Yeah. I have.
Yeah, it's the number one, probably one of the number one spreading in places like hospitals. It's called H. pylori. It's a bacteria. And really what this thing is, this microbial bacteria thing is causing it to eat the lining of your stomach. And people are getting it like crazy in hospitals, and it's probably the fastest of spreading in the hospitals because it's very contagious. You can pick it up. You pick up something that can be on like silverware or something like that. You touch your hand, you got it. So it's hard to contain in places like the hospital. And a lot of people, you could go in with a broke ankle and come out with H. pylori. How about that?
That's right. I know.
So, yeah, it's very, 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 very fast progressing. So garlic is one of our greatest weapons towards H. pylori. So you can take a garlic.
Can you spell that?
Garlic?
No, H. pylori.
Yeah.
H-Pylori.
That's it.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
H-Pylori.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Now, I'm going to get to some good stuff now. Y'all want a good one?
Sure. All good. It's all good.
It's all good, right?
Yes.
All right, we got about 10 minutes left.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We got horseradish.
Ooh, I like
horseradish. Yeah. Did you know horseradish is good for high blood pressure?
I know, that's right.
Right now.
Oh my gosh.
Woo! Yeah. Horseradish is good for high blood pressure.
Wow.
And it also, yes, it's good also as a diuretic. And it also is good for arthritis.
Mm.
So you can get some horseradish root, scrape that right on there. Woo!
What you scraping it on?
You scraping on all your food.
On your food.
Yeah.
that was a grater, by the way. That was a
Wow.
grater. That's what that was.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh, goodness.
All right, next one, because I'm getting down this line. I want to make sure we get them all. All right, kelp.
Oh,
Kelp,
Yes.
which is a sea vegetable, but it falls in the lines of herb seasonings for disease. Kelp, kelp,
Oh.
Kelp. Kelp
Yeah.
is a sea vegetable, but guess what? It's good for giving you all of the nutrients for the thyroid. Got it?
Yes.
Ladies,
Yes.
if you're listening, this is your herb. Men too, but women, this is the balancer of everything. You know, we said one heats you up, one
keeps you
cools
down.
you down.
Yes,
This
sir.
is the one that balances you out, because that's the what? Thyroid is weight, temperature,
Yes.
and pressure issues.
Yes, yes.
Got
yes.
it? Weight, temperature, and pressure issues.
Mhm.
Weight going up and down. Woo, 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 woo. Got it? Temperature, you go in the hot room, you cold, go in the cold room, you hot. Pressure,
Right.
fingertips sometimes get cold feet, numbing in the fingertips, things like that. Yeah, thyroid, got to check that thyroid. Got it? Kelp helps to balance that. It also deals with things like goiters. Anybody ever see a goiter?
Mm-hmm.
Goiters are inflammation. So if it deals with goiters, it also deals with this other one, which is higher levels when it gets really sophisticated and very complicated. There's one called Hashimoto's. Got it?
Hashimoto's.
Hashimoto's disease, right? Which is an inflammation of that thyroid. So you have the thyroid, and then on top of the thyroid is called the parathyroid, which is which is actually your calcium regulator. It looks like, well, the thyroid looks like a little butterfly. Got it? And then you got the 4 little dots, and those are the parathyroid. Parathyroid regulates the calcium. So that's hair, skin, and nail issues, hair falling out, you know, patchiness in the hair, things like that. So if that happens, that's usually, if there's a thyroid issue, 99% of the time is also a parathyroid issue. You got it? So that's weight,
on the women
temperature,
also.
and pressure issues. So that's a balancer.
Yes.
You got it? So
Yes.
you can get the kelp granules added to your food every day. Kelp granules can go in all your food. Do you know, I had this one lady, she said, and this is a sidebar real quick. I had this one lady say, you know, I was telling them about Thanksgiving. We were talking about food. And I said, you know what? You know, how many cook their greens with meat? Right? Everybody gonna raise their hand, right? Yeah. Give me some of the things y'all cook your meat with, what your greens with.
Smoked turkey.
Turkey butts. What? I didn't hear that.
Butter.
Turkey butts.
Turkey
Garlic.
Butter,
avocado oil.
What now?
butter and onions.
Butter, onion.
Garlic.
Okay. All right. Well, I had I had a senior family. She told me, I said, you know what? There is an alternative for putting meat in your greens. She said, oh my God, there is no such thing. She said, Dr. Paul, she said, there ain't no greens unless it got some pork in it.
Got that right. P-O-K.
I said, okay. After I calmed the class down.
Only telling the truth.
After I finally was able to calm the class down, I told her that one of the greatest alternatives for meat in your greens is kelp.
Yes.
Oh man.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And she said the same thing. She said, I don't know about that.
He's a diehard.
Oh my
So
gosh.
when I told her, I said, well, you do it and challenge you, and you come on back and tell me how it went. All right, I'm gonna try. So she comes back next week and she says, you know what, Dr. Paul? I thought I was stoned to the bone with me. But actually, when I used the kelp, it actually wasn't bad. I can do it again. I said, that's all we were asking.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Kudos.
It's a
See,
good
see,
alternative. Sometimes you
Yes.
gotta do something else when the doctor comes to you and say, look, you gotta get that pork up. You can't eat
well,
that pork all day.
Oh, well,
You can't eat it
good.
all the time.
Very
You
I
true.
don't
can't eat all
mind.
those stuff because it's too saturated for your arteries and veins. So
Mm-hmm.
without compromising flavor, she used the kelp and she worked it. I tell you. And she said, and she probably was like the best candidate for the experiment.
Okay.
But
All
Dr.
right.
Paul, you know what?
Try to
Lately,
use it.
when I eat collard greens, it actually messes with my diverticulitis. Why is that?
Yeah, you got to watch to make sure that the greens, I'm going to tell
Well
you, they
cooked.
spraying them. I'm telling you, they spraying them. Be very careful.
yes,
If you're
yes,
going to
yes.
soak your greens, soak them with some baking soda. You got it? Are you soaking them with
Yeah.
baking soda?
Yeah,
And
I
baking
started
soda
doing
is one
that.
of them.
You start doing that, make sure you do that. Aluminum-free baking soda. That's like for
Gotta have
tonight,
it.
if y'all soaking
Where you
greens,
find aluminum-free baking?
baking, aluminum-free. There's one called Bob's Red Mill. Bob's
Okay.
Okay.
Red Mill. Got it?
Okay.
That's a good
Mm-hmm.
one. Bob's Red Mill. Okay. So just be careful. They are spraying, and that diverticulitis is agitated by that glyphosate and all those other sprays. That
Bless you.
chlorpyrifos is the other one. It's called chlorpyrifos. All right. So now margarine.
No way.
Oh.
And I did not say margarine.
Oh.
Margarine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Marjoram.
Right.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
margarine.
Substitute for
Got it?
butter.
Because y'all know
No,
what
no, no. It's something
margarine
different.
is.
Marjoram
Margarine
is a
is
season.
what?
Margarine.
It's a failed
Plastic.
scientific
M-A-R.
experiment. You got it?
Plastic.
It's a
Yeah, I
failed
believe that.
scientific experiment. They tried
J-O-R-A-M.
to. This is the history of margarine, real quick. I got some of these sidebars, Bill. I can't get out of here. This margarine
Yeah,
was
many
actually a failed experiment by scientists who
Yes.
wanted to compete with butter for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Did y'all hear that?
See,
They
margarine never
wanted to
goes
make
bad. It's
money.
not
They
good
said,
for
you
you,
know
really.
what?
Yeah.
We
It's
could
not.
make a killing if we could just rival this butter, come up with something just as good as butter, because everybody buttering them turkeys up. And if we just come up with something that would be just as good as butter, we'd be good to go.
I
So
know
they
that's
said, well,
right.
let's see, we're
And they
diabolical.
tried.
What can we come up with?
Mm,
So they
it's a
came up with
shame.
this thing called margarine, which tends to now, it really
Horrible.
failed. Nobody liked it. Nobody wanted it. Matter of fact, they laid it out on the, for animals, and everything went to the butter. Nothing even live. Even flies didn't even go over to the market.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they don't.
You
Mm-mm.
got it? So what does that
Right.
mean? It's a synthetic, and it's one
Right.
molecule away from plastic.
Mm.
Right, right.
One
That's right.
molecule away from
Okay.
plastic.
All
So
right.
they said, well, wait a minute, man. We spent all this money, man. But what we gonna do with this? Well, maybe we can still put it out. Man, did you know
They
that
do
this
put it out.
almost was butter? Yeah,
Almost
it
was.
almost was.
Almost
I
was.
can't believe this was butter. And
Oh,
they said, hey,
Does that
I
tell you
can't
something? I
believe
can't
this
That
is
good.
butter. It's great. They'll still buy it.
Believe
Yes.
it's butter.
And they do.
And people still buy it.
Yep.
Because they
so
can't
They
believe it
still buy
themselves.
it.
It
you know
ain't
what's
even
interesting
real.
about that, Dr. Paul? We did an experiment some time ago and
All
took
right.
a tub of that butter and
So
left
that's
it
the
in the
story
trunk.
of margarine. Don't
Yes.
do it. All right. Marjoram is actually good for headaches, acidity issues.
Probably.
Did you know that marjoram was used for the measles? Measles. And also nervousness. When you have nervousness, some people just have bad nerves.
Anxiety.
Marjoram was
Some
used
do.
for bad nerves. That comes from the wild oregano family. The wild oregano.
Oregano. Oh boy.
Not It is not wild oregano, but it comes from the wild oregano family. You got it?
All right.
All right. All right. Next one is mustard. Mustard.
Love it.
That ain't
Always.
the mustard that go on your hot dogs. Okay. This is a
Mustard
mustard
plants.
herb.
This
Yeah.
herb.
This is the herb mustard.
Herb.
Some people sitting back going like, is a herb called mustard? No,
Yeah.
Mustard
thought it
seed.
was only the mustard that go on my hot dogs. All right. No.
Right.
It was used, mustard is used for gastritis issues.
Okay.
Rheumatism, cleans the liver. And also, of course, deals with digestion. You can literally say all of these herbs across the board or deal with digestion.
Yeah.
That's why it's
That's
put
true.
on the seasonings list. This is your ultimate seasonings list right here. All right. Next one is oregano,
Go.
You may
which
say
is the
that.
oregano with this was actually, of course, you know, oregano is a good fungus fighter. It's a fungus fighter. It's also colds, headaches, things like, remember, oregano grows high in altitude, so it's also good for lungs. And that's why it's always been used in tonics for purging out mucus, but also fighting things like phlegm. And there's this one called, there's an infection people used to get in their mucous membranes called catarrh. Anybody ever
Yeah.
heard of it?
Yes.
It's a call. It's old folk back in the day used to know this as, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yep. So that's what that was used. So oregano oil, you can buy that right now. That is absolutely a defense for COVID-19. Y'all hear that?
Can you put a couple drops under your tongue?
You got it. That's what I was saying. The oregano oil goes
Right.
right under the tongue. We have strength, regular strength, and extra strength. Okay. All right. So oregano, paprika.
So pretty.
That got, you know, some words just have energy. You know, when you say paprika, you can't just
That'll heat
can't
you
not
up.
smile when you say paprika. Got it?
Paprika.
Paprika
I need
is good
that.
for sinuses. That's good for sinuses. And also colds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sinuses. People who have sinus infections and things like that. Paprika. You got it? Very good. All right. Next one, parsley. Parsley. It's actually good for diuretic. It's a diuretic. Absolutely.
Right. Yes.
Parsley is also good for moving the bowels. It's excellent for moving. If you have had constipation for a long time, you take you some raw parsley and stay close.
Well,
Real close.
then you don't need, you won't need the stool softener, Dr. Paul.
Stay close.
You don't need to
Stay
go.
close.
Wow.
You got me? People say, I can't go. I say, okay, I
You
got
will.
something for you.
You will go.
I was one time when I was introduced to parsley, you know, you young and you learning all this stuff. You say, I'm just going, it's all
You
small.
have
It's
to
all
be
right.
young to
I
know.
threw it all over my salad, boy.
Wow.
Boy, I must have ran for 2 days.
Ball runner. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Woo! You gotta respect the herb. Respect the
Oh my
herb.
God.
All
Are you
right.
sure is it good for bad breath?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
VECT.
Yes.
Under your tongue.
Halitosis. Halitosis. Yeah. Halitosis. That's because why is it good for bad
Your
breath?
breath.
Why would it be bad for good for bad breath?
Fights the bacteria.
Bad breath.
Right, because those who have halitosis, you know what halitosis is, bad breath. It's because
Coming from the stomach.
it's coming from the stomach. You got it. They got something's rotting in their stomach, usually
Yeah.
fermenting. Something's fermenting. You know, you ever run up on somebody who just had bad breath every time you see them? You're like,
Well,
"Dang, boy, they got
well.
bad breath every
Look,
time.
are they
you see
fasting?
them." It's like, whoo, man, halitosis. Just the gut is out of balance. Okay. All right. I'm going to wrap this up because Bill's giving me the sign. I'm going to go down the line. Of course, you know, pepper. Pepper is actually good for nerve pain. Did you know pepper was used for nerve pain? Nerve pain. That's black pepper, just regular pack. It's an adjutant, but it's good for nerves. All right. Next one would be rosemary. One of my favorites. I love rosemary.
Yeah.
Rosemary is good for not only colds and arthritis, but you got rosemary is also good for memory.
Yes. Yes.
Memory.
Really?
Yes.
I need that.
You need that. Yeah. I had somebody, I went over their house. I will leave them anonymous, but I went over their house. They were saying, I got bad nerves and, I'm losing my memory and all that. And I said, you need to get you some certain herbs, And I'm sitting in their kitchen, and then I look across the table and I see a real rosemary bush. I said, you know what? This right here is good for your nerves and for your memory.
Wow.
They said, are you serious? I said, yeah. All you just do is take a few of these little here and then put it in, dry it out, put it in some tea and make the tea. Well, it goes to say when I went back the second time, that bush was naked next time I saw it. That bush was naked when I saw it. That bush was over there like, don't tell him nothing else.
Right.
All right, so rosemary is also good for spasms.
Yes.
That's good. It's always a calmative. It's excellent for a calmative. Okay, and last three, I got about 3 or 4 left. Sage. Sage is what that's used for sores. Did you know it's also used? Sage was also used for bleeding wounds. It's also good for depression. Yep, that's why people burn sage. Sometimes with holy areas, they'll burn sage because it actually was used to, pull off negative energy.
Negative energy. Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
So it stops sweating. If you got an issue with the thyroid where you're over sweating, where you just feel like you're sweating all the time, it actually brings it down, stops you from sweating so much. And it's also very good for a sore throat. Got it? Good for a sore throat. All right, next one, savory. Savory. It's good for ear trouble, ear issues. We don't talk much about the ears, but yes, savory, Savory. Okay, that would be considered also a stimulant. That would be a stimulant family. Stimulates the digestion to move. So that wouldn't be that would not be bad for someone who has digestion problems and you're trying to get the digestion to move. So savory would be good. So you can season some of your foods with the savory if you have constipation issues. Got it? Okay, now we got into the last 3. Time. As we are running out of time.
Yeah.
Headaches, colds, hypothyroidism. Got it? Time is good for hypothyroidism. That means too slow. When you need to stimulate this system to move, that's what time is used for. Also, it is a detox for parasites, worms. Also, if you have a loss of appetite, sometimes people say, I just don't have an appetite anymore. I got to get something else. That is thyme, Thyme, thyme. Got it? Last 2, turmeric. Everyone's favorite. Got it? Anti-inflammatory, number 1 anti-inflammatory on the planet. It's good for high blood pressure, skin problems, colds, fever. Turmeric does everything for everything. And the last one, can I get a drum roll? Somebody, can I get a drum roll?
Hey.
All right, last one is vanilla. Vanilla.
We did not forget that.
Yes. Did you know that vanilla is good for the digestive system, gas, and it actually soothes the nerves? That don't mean go get vanilla ice cream.
Wow.
See, Dr. Paul said vanilla was good for you.
Go get some
All
ice
right.
cream.
Wrong kind of a nut.
So, digestion, gas, and soothes the nerves. So, family, that is it. That's the
That's
whole
it,
list
that's it.
right there.
Thank you.
Herb seasonings for disease.
Okay.
Hopefully, you'll use some of these tomorrow, or
Yeah.
you'll go out and grab some if your stores are open, and you can use this stuff on your food, and you'll have a healthier meal tomorrow. How about that?
All
All
right.
right.
Oh, great.
Hey, I want to thank you all for chiming in. This has been a wonderful
Pleasure.
time. I want to say,
Right there.
Bill, you want to say some
Thank you.
last things to close us out here before I say the last words?
Yeah, Dr. Cole, I also want to remind the folks that each week when he sends me the program after we're done, I also get a summary of all the questions. Isn't that interesting? So you know what you can do is on Dr. Paul's, I guess is the Health Network, just put a note in there and say, look, I'd like to have that. Maybe I'll turn this into a PDF and we'll figure out a way to get it to you by email. How'd that go? Will that be all
Oh,
right?
that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
I think that would
excellent.
be good because you can then reference it as you go back and as you
Yes.
rewatch the program in the replay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
So just
I
kind
like
of
a hard copy.
Does anybody hear me?
Yep.
yeah.
What about putting it in what about putting it on and through post it on Facebook?
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
exactly
we're talking about. It is on
We're
Facebook.
gonna try and put it. We're gonna put it on
And
Facebook.
that's again for those who are probably just joining us and you didn't get a chance to.
Yes.
We're on the Dr. Paul Holistic
Thank you,
Health
Bill.
Network.
Right,
So
surely.
if you go to Facebook and go to that, that's a private group that I started. And what
Yes.
that does, send me an invitation. Usually you just ask for a request to be part of the group, and then I'll send you an invitation and open it up for you. Okay.
Right.
And then you can get access to everything. We put everything in one location. So you'll get everything. All the
Right.
shows, whether it's the Family Tree, which we're doing now, or WURD from the Dr. Paul Holistic Health Show, or the one from the Green Hour, which Bill and I do on Sundays. Okay.
Right. Mhm.
So either way, you got all the information at one source for you and your family. All right.
All right.
So,
Dr. Paul, can I please just ask one question?
okay,
about
real
the
quickly,
greens?
because we're
What is
closing
the
out.
how late can you take the greens? Is there a time frame, morning till night? No time.
Nope, because you
Nope.
can green, you can veggie anytime.
Anytime.
Okay, good.
Anytime.
Thank you
Anytime,
very much.
yes.
Thank you. Have a great
Mhm.
Thanksgiving.
Right.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right. So Bill,
Hey guys, I just want to remind you, here we go. As this program has been a blessing to you and your families, guys, just do us a favor and just help us out with our humanitarian effort by just sort of sharing this information and just dropping a little bit here for us to Dr. Paul's Cash App. That's the $ Dr. D, capital D, small r, Dr. Paul, Paul, capital HOP. And just, hey, pass it on. And each week, do yourself a great favor, and also us. Remember, bring some more folk with you next week, because guess what? This is what it's all about, taking care of the family going forward.
and thank you,
Okay.
Bill. Appreciate you.
Thanks,
And
Paul.
family, as I always say, this is not for me. Whenever we're doing the some people ask all the time. They'll say,
Yes.
you know what? This has been a blessing. Can y'all mute yourself out? Can y'all mute yourself out? Somebody mute
Yes,
yourself
yes.
out. Mute yourself out. Okay. Some people are asking, they say, Doc, how can we sow into this? And I said,
Right.
you know what? I've already been blessed enough. I
Yes,
constantly am being
exactly.
blessed. So this is never for me. Whatever we try to do, we show it back into the production and what it takes to make this happen. Bill
Right.
over there is doing the editing and the video and the time. Everything that we collect, if there's any donations that are made, are going directly to the production for
Right.
what Bill has to do. And I thank him so much for all that he does when he posts all the videos, because it takes post-production editing and all that other stuff. And it takes time. So I want to give Bill again a hand. And like I said,
Yes,
if you
yes,
want to
yes.
sow anything to us, it goes into the production only, not for anything that I am. I'm totally blessed, and Bill is too. But we have to do costs for making this thing
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
We want to make
Yes.
sure people get the information, and that when you get it, you can just share it with somebody.
That's
And
right.
that's when Bill edits the thing up, and it looks all nice and got all the clicks and the buzzes and all that stuff.
Trying to make it pretty,
He just
y'all.
showing off over there.
God
That's
bless
all
you.
he
God
did.
bless
Showing
you.
off. But that's what we need sometime to hook our family, because they look at
Yes.
stuff on every level. And when you come in them with the truth, they're gonna try every reason to try to say, I ain't watching this
I
mess.
know that's right.
Oh,
You got it? So I want you to always just be encouraged that we are here as a resource for you. And I enjoy in coming to you every week and just to be able to share the information. You have
Excuse-
great questions. Continue to bring forth the questions. Make sure you bring somebody else next time. I say everybody
yes.
listening, bring somebody else next week. All right. Bring a friend, bring somebody, enlighten, encourage somebody.
Yes, yes,
I can
yes.
tell you, I'm on the front line as far as when I see all the people, and people are suffering. You got me? People are quietly suffering.
Yes.
You may not think they suffering, and they
Yes,
might
yes,
show you their representative when you meet them, but quietly in the midnight hour, they're not doing well, family.
I know that's
You got me? So I want you to be able to go somewhere. I want you to be able to have something. If you feel led to help somebody, send them the video, show them, share the
Yes.
information. The only thing I can do tonight is just charge you with the truth.
That's
and that
right.
is with your information you got today, you got to share it. How about that? Y'all gonna share it?
Yeah, but you got to do the giveaway. So
I almost forgot.
That's
Flo.
right.
I
Don't forget
almost
the
forgot.
cooling cleanse.
See, you almost made me forget. All right. I'm going to shoot a number over to Bill. I'm going to shoot a number over to you, Bill. I'm going to text it to you.
Okay.
The closest person that gets to that number, you got it. All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to, because there's 55 people in this room.
Well, glory.
All right. I want you all, I'm going to punch in the number and I'm going to shoot it over to Bill right now from 1 to 60.
45.
1 to 60. Everybody has one turn.
Okay, I said
Don't be
One turn,
putting in there
guys,
1
one.
through 60.
45, Bill.
Okay, wait a minute. You got to type it in. You got to type it in on the chat. You got to tap it in the chat. I'm going to give it to Bill, and Bill's going to announce it. How about that, Bill? You going to do it?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to text Bill
I'm
the
waiting for
number
Dr.
right
Paul to
now.
send me the number. Now I'm
Just
gonna hold
so
you in
that
your
I
honor.
have nothing to do with it, and Bill has nothing to do with it. You just going to be just straight lucky.
That's exactly right.
All right.
All
right. I'm going to send it to you right now. I'm sending it to Bill right now. The number that's on my mind and my heart. So some of y'all tuning in, y'all probably going deep right now. Y'all going like,
Excuse me. Hold on one second. I don't know how to get back to the home button.
okay, you better hurry up.
You better hurry up.
You better hurry up. Okay,
How do you
1
get to
through 60. I'm going through 1 through 60. It can be 1 through 60. So the closest person to the actual number gets the eliminator tonight. The eliminator. And you will give me the information, give it to Bill, and then we will get this over to you. I will mail this out to you. Okay. All right.
I'm about to text you.
Here we go. No texting.
Do
It's
it,
gotta
don't
go
do it.
guys.
You got to do it inside this chat box. Okay.
I can't. I don't know how. I'm trying to get it.
Okay, my brother. I can't. No, y'all better find out fast.
Don't know what they told you.
You got to do it. That's the rules. Okay. All right.
But I'm
Here's
blind.
the number.
But I'm blind though.
Oh, that's right. I remember. He's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I tell you what. Give Bill, just we got to put him on mute for a second, okay?
Okay.
We got to figure out something for him, okay? But let me do this first. Let me get the number. So 1 through 60, right? Y'all got a number in mind? Everybody got a number in mind?
Yeah.
Supposed to write it down, right?
All right, type it in. Type it in, and I'm sending it over. I'm not looking at nobody. So I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all doing.
Just put down my number. That's all.
Oh my. I want the real number.
1 through 60. 1 through 60. 1 through 60. All right.
Talk about it. Let's do it.
Oh my, oh my. The suspense is even killing me, y'all. I can't take it.
Okay. Now, are y'all putting your numbers in there? Did everybody
ready
put their
by
numbers
now.
in?
Yes.
Okay, Dr. Paul, the number that you sent to me is
Oh, wait,
owned
don't
by-
say it yet.
Okay,
Don't say
okay,
it.
okay.
Don't say it. Don't say it. We got to look to see who's close, who's closest. All right. Did anybody get it?
Yes.
Yes, somebody
As
did
a matter of
get
fact,
it.
there, Dr. Paul, there's actually two people that have the number.
Oh, man. Let me see. All right, we got yes, we do. We got a tie.
Yes,
We got a
sir.
tie. We got two people, Bill. You got
Yes.
two people?
Yes.
All right. Tell them the number.
The number is 37.
Oh man.
37.
I'm one off. Ah,
We got 37. And who do we have? We have
oh,
who?
37.
There is Adrian and Deke.
Deke Rush.
Deke Rush.
Okay, now, Adrian and Deke, you there?
Oh man. No.
Yes, I am.
Okay, who is that? That's
This is
Adrian. Where's
Adrian.
Deke?
How are
Where's
you?
Deke? Where's Deke?
I'm here.
Okay, Adrian
the
and
two of
Deke.
you.
Okay, this is it now. I only want you, I'm going to Bill another number.
Oh man.
And then you're going to have to do from 1 through 10. Got it? 1 through 10. All right. Closest one that gets it, you got it. All right, Bill, I'm sending it over to you right now.
Okay.
Go.
I tell you, this suspense is killing me, y'all. I can't take it.
All right.
Okay,
You got
Adrian
it,
and
Bill.
Deke,
All right.
I have
now,
the number.
Deke, Emmett, don't tell him yet. Don't
I'm
tell
not.
him
I'm
yet,
not.
Bill. Adrian and Deke, did you put your numbers in?
Yeah.
Okay. Deke, I got yours. And Adrian?
Okay.
All right. The winner is Bill. You see that?
Yes.
Closest number
The
is
closest
what?
number, Adrian.
Adrian!
Yes.
The
That's what's
number
up.
was
The
what?
number was 8. The
8.
number was 8.
The number was 8. And she had 7.
Oh, see?
Yep.
That's what I knew.
Oh boy.
All right, Adrian, just leave your information for Bill. Give Bill a call, and Bill will give you my information. And then, or better yet, just give me a call. Just give me a call. 215
I put that in the chat, Dr. Paul.
7355. Yeah, just
There you
give her a number and give me a call. And Adrian, you're the first winner of the natural, the eliminator for the family tree. God bless you. It's been a pleasure, right? All right, let's get Adrian. Hey.
Thank you.
All right, so you won the eliminator tonight. So I want to say to the rest of the family, I wish you all the wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Be thankful
Thank
for all
you.
that God has
Thank
given you, and that you're able to walk and talk and even get on a Zoom. How about that?
Amen.
No matter what the
Thank you.
situation,
All
love on
right.
each other, right?
Yeah.
And
Amen.
remember, if you're breathing,
Yeah, got
Got
it.
it.
God bless you.
Go here.
Another
Have a
shot.
wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yes,
All right,
yes,
have a
yes.
wonderful
Bless you.
Thanksgiving, all right?
Good
All
night.
right.
Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. God bless y'all.
Peace, peace, love.
Thank you.
Peace and love. That's right.
All right.
We're
Enjoy
gonna
the
go
music
off with,
while you're
we're
rolling
gonna
out
go
the door,
off with
y'all.
a little sounds. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah,
Dr.
put the Brazilian sounds back on. Turn it up.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You must hurt. Yeah.
is a piece of work.
Brazilian
Wow.
sounds. Hey, Samaria, I see you in there.
All right.
What's
Oh,
up?
boy,
I see
that's
a lot
wonderful.
of folks in there. I didn't see all these folks in here.
All right. It's like, get on there, Andre, so you can see me.
Yeah.
Hey,
Huh?
what's up, Donnell? All right, what's up, y'all? Hey.
Andre.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Yes.
All right, y'all have a blessed one now.
Yes. God bless
God
you.
bless y'all.
Bye now. Happy
Hey,
Thanksgiving,
brother.
everybody.
All right. Everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving Take care, Teresa, Helen,
Hey,
Sheila,
Doc.
Khadija,
Hey, Doc.
Cornelius,
Good
Cynthia,
Hey,
night.
Doc.
Samara,
Hey, Dr. Paul.
everybody.
Peace,
Yeah.
Darnell and
When is the
I.
next
Have a
time I can
good
reach out to
one.
you?
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Don't eat too much.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Salaikum salam. All right, guys.
All
All
right.
right.
Been a blessing.
Hey, we just gathered around the family tree, y'all. Having a good
Yeah,
time.
buddy.
See you,
That's a
Carl.
God bless you.
Yeah, man.
Oh, well.
Hey,
Put
Carl,
down that
that
Brazilian.
samba again, man. It's doing something.
Put the name of that Brazilian tape on there, on the chat.
Damn it.
What?
What the name of the
But
Brazilian tape that you had on the
hey,
beginning, Dr. Paul?
excuse me. I got a question, Dr. Paul. Real quick. Can you call? Am I able to reach out to you soon?
Yeah, just give me a call, okay? Give me a call.
All right. All right.
Oh,
All
look
right,
at
we'll
him
see
jamming.
y'all. Take care now. God bless y'all.
Good night.
Thank you, Bill.
All right, buddy. God bless.
Thank you, Bill.
Talk to you later.
All righty.